Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Jeremy Bowling, your host of Living Waters Radio, broadcasting live Friday night afternoon / dusk time with a special edition of our radio show podcast. We're going to have a episode of music. We're going to have Dan Smith come on from Listener. We're going to have an interview with him and I want to ask him a few questions about his music. I want to talk a little bit about some of his songs, and then we're going to listen to some of my own personal favorite songs of his. Please feel free to download this at any time afterwards. But before we get going, I want to do a couple things here. I want to talk to you about the sponsor of this show, Sozo Physical Therapy. It's a unique clinic located in Chandler, Arizona, where patients receive personalized one-on-one care from therapists who are skilled in not just treating the symptoms but identifying root cause of your pain and discomfort. Whether you're recovering from an orthopedic or sports injury, facing post-surgical rehab, or dealing with the pain of arthritis, or even if it's something like custom orthotics, their therapists are here to help you achieve total body wellness. You can call my friend Dr. Matt at 480-895-0965. That is 480-895-0965. Again, that is 480-895-0965 to receive your free orthotic fitting or muscular skeletal exam. One of the things that's kind of neat about what they do is these custom orthotics. We live in Arizona, and it's really hot here, and so one of the things that Dr. Matt was faced with is people like to wear sandals, and they have an issue where they want to wear their sandals and then they have to put their orthotics in their sandals, and it looks noticeable. People can look and say, well, he's got his orthotics. It's kind of weird looking. So they do a custom sandal orthotic where it's all one piece. I think it's brilliant that they do it that way, and great guy, Dr. Matt. He's a believer. He is very much in the total body wellness for you. And again, it's Sozo Physical Therapy. The phone number is 480-895-0965. Again, that's Sozo Physical Therapy, 480-895-0965. And he would be more than happy to set an appointment with you. Again, his name is Dr. Matt Thomas. Great guy. If you're ever in need for that, hopefully you don't need that. But if you ever are, there is somebody there who can definitely step in and fill that need. And so tonight's show, we're going to be doing, like I said earlier, an interview with Dan Smith, who is the Listener. And we're going to kind of talk about his music. We're going to talk about and play some of my favorite songs of his, and it's going back to a wide range. I first came across him from Mars Ill. Now, for those of you who follow the show know that I love Mars Ill, that they are one of my favorite bands. And one of the things I really liked about Mars Ill is when you listen to their music and their rap, they had a lot of theology in it. They had a whole lot of stuff kind of crammed into this urban hip-hop thing that I'm not even hearing out of pulpits. And so, I became a fan of them. And then, I got like the 2 CDs that you could get at the Christian bookstore. And then I went online. And when I went online, I found their website. And they had all kinds of stuff. And apparently what I discovered is the DJ of Mars Ill, who goes by Dust, does projects with other people. And, so out of curiosity, I wanted to kind of check out these other people and see how they work. Were they as good as Mars Ill? And there was a Christmas album up there. Now, on the Christmas album, what they had going on was, the picture of it was Santa Claus holding, headphones to his ear and mixing and scratching, doing a little DJ. And I thought to myself, wow, that's crazy looking. I gotta get that. I gotta get that Christmas CD, and it was like, it was really reasonable too. I think it was like $6 or something like that. Where you felt comfortable kind of taking a gamble on a musical purchase. So I got the Christmas CD, and it was done with a guy. So it was the DJ from Mars Ill, but it also had Dan Smith, who was listener, and he was
Love Talk Radio.
It was kind of their collaboration of the Christmas. And at first when I listened to the Christmas album, when I went through it, I was like, this is crazy. What are they? I have no idea. And at first, I have to tell you, quite honestly, I didn't like it. And I thought, well, you know what? I need to give it a listen. I need to go through and listen to it and give it an honest try. So I listened to it a couple times through. And what I found is that this was incredible. That Christmas album, what really struck me about it was, we live in this realm of cookie-cutter music. As soon as something gets popular, right? As soon as something gets popular, everybody kind of wants to pile in on it and copy it. And I've seen it even, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Christian or secular. It can be both. There's a Christian version of Lady Gaga, and it's like, really? It sounds just like Lady Gaga, and it seems really lame to me, It seems really like, can't we just kind of do what is placed on our heart, what our, our artistic inspiration and conviction is? And when you listen to Dan Smith and his music, it is, it is passionate. It is passionate. It is not cookie cutter. It is its own sound. Matter of fact, I haven't heard any sound quite like it. And I say about them that they're one of the best bands that nobody listens to that I know. When you say to people, hey, you got to check this out, they're like, who? What is it? I never heard of that before. And hopefully those listening, we have a pretty strong following. You go check them out. That you'll go check out Dan Smith, the listener. And I got probably about 7 songs loaded up, and I'm hoping to talk with Dan for maybe 10, 15 minutes and, go through just some, kind of get to know him a little bit, kind of introduce him to you, to our listening audience. And I know that, we kind of pull an interesting mix of people here. We get some folks who are really hardcore, zealot in their faith, kind of King James only. And and then we get people who kind of like, the Nephilim and kind of ghost chasers and that kind of stuff. So we have a wide range of listeners and fans, and I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this. Again, you can go to his website, Listener Project, and check out his page. You can follow him on Facebook. Really nice guy. Seems really down to earth, and I'm excited to have him on. I really am. I think that this is it's exciting for me because it's nice when you're a fan of something, and you're able to share it with. You're excited to share it with somebody, so I'm really glad that to be doing this. So while we wait for Dan to call in, I'm going to go ahead and play one of these songs, and this is off the Christmas album that he had, and one of the things that you'll find is when you listen to his music, the lyrics are just crazy. The lyrics are just crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play one of the songs for you. And it's off the Christmas album, and it's called Don't Touch Those Drums, Boy.
On Christmas Day, on the 25th of December.
Here we go. You recording this stuff?
On Christmas Day.
Live. Here we go. Don't touch the drums, boy, that's the theme of the evening. And if I catch you near him, you'll get a real good beating. The man said to his face that it wasn't his place, but he didn't listen. Grabbed the sticks and began ripping. Started with the right, then with the left, and back again and again till it hurt his chest and he drummed out. It's all he has to bring. He has no gift for a king, no gold or rings, and he plays for justice, freedom and for life. In his hands he continues all throughout the night, and he's just a boy. He's a boy with no tomorrow, head filled with truths and lies that he borrows. He borrows the rhythm, the one and the two, and it speaks to you. Oh, it speaks to you. Come and play, they told him then. We need what you have to give. I have nothing for a king, he said, nothing but this riff, and he played his drum for him. He played his best for him, and he gave his gifts for him. He gave his best to him. Oh no!
Hey, DJ Manuel, bring your gifts for him.
Perfect hearts and homes. We wait till we can afford to come clean to the throne. And that boy had it right. He knew what he had to give. It wasn't big or expensive. It was his best that he lived. And somehow we knew it. I don't know how, but he did. He had it figured out all in his heart and in his head. And I'll tell the stories. It's all I know how to do. While Dust plays out the drums for me and for you. Please give your best. Don't think your gifts are small. That's what he wants from us. Oh, so much more than all. We have to be brave and push right up to the front, even if people tell us that's what no one wants. And in your heart, you know what you have to give. This Christmas, put others first in how you live, and give Christ the glory in this very special way. After all, it's his birthday. Have a happy holy day.
On Christmas Day, on the 25th of December, on Christmas Day, on the 25th of December, on Christmas Day, some people use the wrong way to celebrate Christmas Day.
Oh, yes, that was Don't Touch Those Drums, Boy, and that was off their Christmas album with DJ Dust and Dan Smith, the listener. Really enjoyed that Christmas album. We got some more of the Christmas stuff. We got some stuff that they did, I think it was with Caveat Films, where it's really a cool thing where they just kind of sit and listen, or they sit down and they play acoustically, which is really cool. I really enjoyed it. And then we got some of their newer stuff. We're going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and let's try to give them a call here. I spoke to him earlier before the show, and let's go ahead and we'll see if we can call out. Now, this is the first time. I got to tell you, we're going crazy here. This is the first time I've ever tried to call out, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. Hopefully it will, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Let's see if we can do this here. This is by the seat of our pants. We are going without a safety net, and who knows what will happen here. We'll go ahead and try to give them a call. So again, let's see how this works. It's dialing. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. They upgraded our service here with the new software, and it's kind of crazy. So everything's kind of new. We'll find out if we get through to them. It's ringing.
Hello, thanks for calling me. I just can't get my phone to answer right now. Sorry about that. Just leave me a message, and we'll just talk soon after I call you back, and we'll talk about everything. All right.
Yeah, hey Dan, this is Jeremy, and I was calling just to bring you up on the air. It looks like I got your voicemail. You could call in when you get this message. We'll go ahead and run through the interview. We're listening to some of your songs. We just played Don't Touch Those Drums, Boy, one of my favorite Christmas songs. So I hope all is well and that we will hear from you soon. Peace and God bless. So yeah, we got no answer there. I talked to him. He was in Colorado talking about doing some camping, and he called a little bit earlier. So hopefully we'll get him in here. Let's go ahead while we're waiting for him. I'm going to go ahead and play another song of his. I'm going to play. Let's do. I Have Nothing But Attention When I Scream, one of my favorite songs of his. Again, and this is the Caveat Films. I think that's what they were called. And they're on YouTube, and it's them playing acoustically. And I really like the song. I think it's got a great sound to it. So we'll go ahead and we'll check this out. I Have Nothing But Attention When I Scream.
This is I Have Nothing But Attention When I Scream. Let's try this again.
square trying to fit in all the wrong circles. It's hard to see your dreams when your eyes are black and purple, getting broken by the beat down in each and every small town. Some call it love, I call it heart attack with a new sound. Population, you and me, tonight we're speaking gospel to a handful. Turn up the lights so we can see it, put our problems on the anvil. This place is an ashtray and you're anything but used up end of a cigarette with the nicotine cut. So filter the secondhand smoking mirrors routine. We can all be friends, I promise it won't hurt to bleed. These are my deaf, dumb, blind scribblings, every single word. Miley Paris with regards, retarded, never heard. This is all I have, it's all I know, it's not a lie. All I have are words here, this is all I've got. And I said, hey, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry I've been gone such a long time. Such a long, long time, my God. And I sang, please, oh please, I promise. Well, I promise I'll be there for you. I promise I'll be there for you. I'd hit the pavement again, but all my knuckles are broken and there's no use saving them, because all I'm doing is choking. It's another 100 miles on this long railroad I'm trying, another 100 dives in a row. I'm diving in that glass of water so I can feel maybe something to fill this soul. We're all thirsty, I know. Well, I won't be your clown tonight. Sorry, all I got no tricks, but I'm willing to take a look at what you need fixing. That's all I have to offer. I'm a cheap version of what you need. I'm a liar, a cheat, and I steal. It's all for me. This is my deepest secret plea. Tell everyone you meet, this is all I have. I have nothing but attention when I scream. And I said, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry I've been gone such a long time. Such a long, long time, my Lord. And I sang, please, oh please, I promise. Well, I promise I'll be there for you. I promise I'll be there for you.
That was I Have Nothing But Attention When I Scream Again. That's Dan Smith, the listener. We have him in queue. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. Hey, Dan, are you there?
Hello, I'm here, yes.
Hey, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm a fan, and I'm so glad to have you here, and very excited time for us here. I know you're busy, and I don't want to disrupt you from your activities. And I have a few questions. We're kind of just going to play some of your music and talk about it. But there are kind of some questions I had. Your sound is so unique. It's unlike anything that I've ever heard. And I was just curious, when you were younger in school, were you tested? Have you ever had your IQ tested?
No, I have not.
No? No? So we don't know necessarily if you are truly a genius.
I don't think so.
You don't
think I am? I don't know.
I think musically
I don't know what those tests
look
like. Well,
okay.
You know, I've worked with some friends over the years. I noticed you mentioned that, you introduced that song as Dan Smith, the listener, and it actually, I mean, that's not necessarily true. I've never put out a record as the listener. It's always been just a band or a group called Listener, and I've always worked with friends, and it's always just been Listener and not Dan Smith, the listener, or the listener. I'm not the only listener, and so I've always worked with friends and people that have helped along the way. And even the last 4 or 5 years, I worked with Chris Nelson, and we've toured together all around the world as the band Listener, and I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of really good friends and tour and play shows everywhere. And I like to write a lot of words, and I have ideas about songs and musical styles, but it's not just me. There's all kinds of people that have worked on Listener over the years.
So it's just Listener.
It's just Listener, yeah. We've never put out a record called The Listener. It's always been just Listener.
I apologize. You know, I mentioned the listener to my wife, and she said, "Why did you say the? You shouldn't say that. You should just say the listener." And then here I got it publicly. Now, the name listener, does it have any kind of meaning?
Oh well, I just like a name that just everyone can share. You know.
Interesting.
Just wanted something humble whenever I first picked it, anyways. But
your early influences of music, you know, who are they?
Well, I used to like a lot of rap music, but grew out of that phase after a while. And just like all kinds of music, you know, anything that's like honest or interesting or doing something that's moving, you know, I'll probably like it, whether it's heavy music or whatever. I don't know. Just I like all kinds.
Are you doing the listener band interview?
I'm up here in the mountains in Colorado with some friends of mine. We're on a boyfriend's weekend. A friend of mine just asked me about doing an interview.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
I didn't know that we'd actually have cell service up here. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere in Colorado.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. On one of your songs, Save Up Your Hopes, Friend, it was something that I found on YouTube. What exactly is that about?
That's about the end of the world. It's about specifically the nothing from the Never-Ending Story, and it's about the end of the world.
Yeah,
this latest album we wrote about kind of all my favorite characters from the Never-Ending Story, and also about my friends and family and just things I wanted to write about. But some of it's inspired by the Never-Ending Story.
Now, when you do a song, and this is my own curiosity here, what comes first, the music or the lyrics?
Well, just a little bit of both, actually. I mean, I don't make much or any of the music. I sometimes have ideas about it, but I don't really make much of the music. So Chris makes a lot of music independently of himself, and I make the words independently of him, and vice versa, and we just kind of come up with things. And so sometimes I'll have a bunch of music to show me, and sometimes I'll have a bunch of words to show him, or sometimes we'll sit in the studio and make some songs. But yeah, it's just all different kinds of ways.
Wow, that's awesome. And now, upcoming projects, what do you have coming up?
As far as like recording projects?
Yeah, recording and tour.
For listener, we're doing a European tour next week. We leave for Berlin, and we'll be all over Europe for the next month, touring and playing shows. And I don't know if we'll have time to record while we're over there, but I wrote about 4 songs on our last tour, and I just kind of need to finish them up as far as the words go. And we'll probably write and finish like an EP, like 7-inch off of that. And then we'll finish out the rest of the year touring, playing shows, and supporting Wooden Heart. And then we're going to take off a lot of next year and finish our next full-length record.
You know, in Falling in Love with Glaciers, is that really you playing the trumpet?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
That one I'm playing the mellophone, but yeah, it's sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
Or the cousin.
Awesome. Now, where can people go and they listen to the show and say, I got to get some of these downloads, these CDs? Where can they buy your stuff at? Well,
we have a website that's open 24 hours a day at IamListener.com.
IamListener.com?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Well, you know what? I appreciate you coming on. I don't want to keep you from your trip up there. Thank you so much for coming on.
How long have you had your show there?
We've been running the podcast for about 3 years, and then we just started on AM radio in the Valley.
That's
so
awesome.
We're going to edit this down and then run it on the AM show too, with a couple songs and a little clip of our conversation.
Cool. That sounds great. Where are you out of?
I'm out of Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, okay. That's great, man. Cool. What do you do for a living? Do you do this radio for a living or something else? Or?
No, I actually I have a job. I work for Frito-Lay. I deliver chips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wonderful.
And so this is my hobby. Now, is this all you do is music, or do you also have a job?
Yeah, this is all I do is music. I like to make furniture sometimes, or design some things, or just think about things to make. I started a quilt earlier this year and just haven't been able to finish it. But yeah, just music. That's what I do.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude, that you're able to do that. Well, I wish you safe journeys to Europe. I hope it's.
Thanks, man.
Now, do you have a big fan base over there?
Well, it's yeah. I mean, I mean, in a sense, or in a couple of words, yes, sort of. It just depends. I mean, we do well over there. We play good shows, and we've had some really good tours over there. And yeah, fan base is an interesting word just to use, but I think so. Yeah.
What would you call it?
Play shows
what would you call it?
I don't know what I'd call it, but when we play shows over there, a good number of people come out to our shows, and our fan. Yeah, I guess fan base would be. I just never really thought about it that way, but I guess so. Yeah. I mean, when we play shows, I mean, people have showed up, and which is awesome. So. Yeah.
One of the things I really like about you is that you are so like counterintuitive to commercialize music. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's great, dude. I'm glad to see that with you. You know?
Thanks, man. It's so small. It's just close to my. Yeah, I there's just certain ways that we go about doing things and living life, and it just seems logical, just as far as we're all human beings, we all do a thing, we all live for a living, and there's just certain things we do sometimes to pay our bills, and there's certain likes and dislikes that we have, and we all do the same things together, and we're not just because we do one thing or another doesn't make us any more special, I don't think. Some people are scientists, and some people build homes, and some people make art, and some people deliver things, and some we do all different kinds of things, but I don't know at the end of the day if we're any different. So it's a weird thing to be able to make some art and go to another country and play shows, and so I don't know if we really look at just other people in other countries as just ours to have as a fan base. We just look at them as I don't know, it's just great that we just get to be able to make music and share our art with people that are interested in what we do, and I don't know, it's just kind of a mutual respect. It's really humbling to be able to go and do that, and even have people sing our songs in another country where they know different languages, and actually literally come out of their homes to see us play songs. So it's kind of it's sort of mind blowing, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, and it's I hope you have a safe journey there. Now, do you have family that you're taking with you, or
do we have what?
Do you have family that you're going to be taking with you, or is it just you and Chris that go over?
Just me and Chris.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll definitely keep you in our prayers, man. That you'll have a safe journey there and back.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we'll just wear a seatbelt and try and eat well, and I get some good rest and stuff, and maybe just follow the rules as far as airplane travel goes, and just stay as safe as possible.
Well, right on, man. Well, Dan, I got to tell you, man, it's refreshing to talk to somebody who's just a real person. That's all.
Well, yeah, we're all real people. Thanks, man. It's good to talk to you too.
Well, you have a good trip. Enjoy Colorado, and we wish you well. And peace and God bless to you, bro.
Thanks, brother. Well, maybe we'll talk to you another day. Or in Phoenix.
Thanks.
Hopefully, maybe we'll see you in Phoenix.
Yeah, let's come check you out.
All right, Jeremy. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. All right. We'll see you, Dan.
Bye. All right. Bye.
That was a listener. What a likable guy. You know what I'm saying? What a likable guy to listen to. We've tried to get some folks on the show before, and it's nice to talk to somebody who's a real dude, kind of a guy who's not full of himself. Likeable guy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start going through some of these songs. This here is Falling in Love with Glaciers. It's off Wooden Heart. I love this song. This is a song I asked him about the trumpet, and he said it wasn't the trumpet, it was something else. But I'm going to go ahead and play that. We're going to listen to that. We're going to listen to just to Listener.
I met a shell of a mountain that knew she was finished. Claimed she grew up from a grain of sand. With every year wider, she bloomed a little bit longer to the roof of the sky with outstretched hands. She made friends with the sun, shared enemies with no one, and counted weeks like she should have counted days, and swallowed handfuls of nights so she could sleep tight and turn her thoughts from a stone cold waste. And this is the beginning, the start of the ending. You can't die from a broken heart. But from the time the sun rose to the space where it fell away, she would love and wouldn't take part. And every day she would echo. And every single way she should let go. But it had her in its sights, Cupid's icy arrow. So what?
Yes, that is Falling in Love with Glaciers. It's one of my favorite songs of his. And, again, you know, you listen to the man come on and talk. What a likable guy, easy to root for. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one of the Christmas songs. This is one of the Christmas songs. When I heard it, and I mean, listen to the words of what he's saying. It's called Hey, Those Angels Are Singing.
And I want y'all to remember that Christmas is Jesus' birthday. And I want y'all to remember this song, too, and don't never forget it. Jesus' birthday, the month that Jesus was born in. You bigger girls should remember to sing it, just hand it, sing it to the little ones, yeah? When was Jesus born? I'm talking about Mary's baby. Last morning, yeah. Last morning, yeah.
Can you hear it? Well, those angels, they're singing again. Oh, ye of little faith, you can't on the clouds, peace on earth, goodwill to men. They sing it from the heart, and they mean it. And I can't quite prove that it's real. And it's more than just something that I feel. Oh, glory to that newborn king as they sing. Oh, just let them sing and go along with it. Because of who they are, so ominous they've come from so very far. I don't have the answers, but I believe it. It sounds kinda crazy, but I need it. We all do it. It was planned before time began. For a woman and a man to be dealt this hand, and a baby would come to be a man and be born that day in Bethlehem. There was no room anywhere for the birth. In a stables he was born to be king of all the earth. So humbly they weep the story for us all, to tell of all his glory. The angels one and all singing. Singing again. Oh, ye of little faith, you can't hear it. They're on the clouds, peace on earth, goodwill to all men. They sing it from the heart, and they mean it. He is the perfect reason why we celebrate. We pervert it, make it ours, try and dominate. Why do we feel the need to water down what he came to do? Bear the cross, wear the crown. Just calm down and breathe, and let this cold breeze break you down to your knees as the angels tell us. He came for anyone, he loves everyone. Take the cross, choose his son, who was born, lived and died, and he reigns for you and I. It's the hardest thing for me sometimes to live by, but I try and I fail. I'm a sinner and a fake, but trust me when I say this path I gladly take, and I can't really say it like I feel it. When those angels sing it in my heart, I believe it. Oh, glory to the newborn king. Can you hear it? Oh, can you hear it? Just listen. They're singing again. Oh, ye of little faith, you can't see it. They're on the clouds, peace on earth, goodwill to all men. They sing it from the heart, and they mean it. And he's sleeping now. He has no pillow for his head, wrapped in rags instead, only hay for his bed. He was homeless when he came to this earth. Humbly as a child, he was born with much worth, and the angels scream it for the crowds. They climbed high in the clouds and sung it so loud. Their king was born, and they gathered through the night, while the stars shone bright to guide all their flights. And they sing it so loud, they sing it so proud. Can you hear it right now? Oh, listen.
Nice, very nice. That's Hey, Those Angels Are Singing. That's off their Christmas CD. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the music that angels do. I really enjoy this song. Again, one of my favorites.
Love you guys. Thanks for listening. And just have a great night. All right. I love you. Fire, water, and the earth.
the angels sing the song, so you know what you know, you think you know, but you don't, because we all have to die, and we fight it like we can't win against the sky. Our time of death, a youth to earth, the one we have, what the angels do. For all its worth, the hurt, stab, it's not rap or rock, it's not pop or independent, it's the language of love and death of every remnant. And scissors cuts paper, and paper covers rock. Rock crushes scissors, and it all falls apart. People, it all falls apart for them holding our hearts, massaging it hard, but you can't get it to start. Oh, they sing for us, but we don't want to hear it. They watch over us, and we hide our own spirit. Well, they do it for love, even though we're all used. The music that angels do. Oh, they sing for us, and all we seem to do is hide. They watch over us, but keep it all inside. See, they do it for love, even though we're all used. The music that the angels do. We are not drinking enough there, buddy, to drown out the sounds, to take it easy. They're young ones. We're all lost and found people with profound calling. All bound and falling together, but no matter whether you to my arm or to my foot, I'll hold you out like you're my heart and let people read this book. It doesn't have a sound, but oh, I'll let it fill my ears. You can't touch or smell or see it, but it'll bring you years. Oh, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's so much more than right now. It's in your breath, it gives you life. It's the answer to all your hows, and I'm nothing. I really believe that in the grand scheme of things. I'm just doing my part, trying to say these things to you from my heart. Let the tears and afterthoughts and things love me of home. And if you can't compose yourself, it's best to compose a poem. Right here, if it's empty, the lyric's empty and heavy. Oh, let it float away like a feather or whatever, but without burden. I'm a child, and so are you. So let's learn it all again. Flip the page again and hit the stage of life again and again. I'm not scared anymore. It's because of you. Stop and grow the music that the angels do. Listen and translate what they say for you. God, thank you. Have a pleasant one. Oh yeah. If you guys have extra U.S. dollars, I brought a whole bunch of stuff straight from Arkansas. Some memorabilia, I like to call it, not merch. It's memorabilia of our time together. I've got CDs.
Nice. That was the music that angels do. Now, these two next songs coming up, I think they're just incredible. I think personally, you know. And again, I don't mean to, for the listener fans out there, I don't mean to ruin the show by talking so much, but I really want to get the people who listen to our show here just exposed to this guy. I'm going to play Train Song and then Wooden Heart. And as you listen to the music, listen to the words. Listen to what I mean, it just, I've been moved by both of these songs. I hope you enjoy.
I was alone, my train was late that night. I saw a crumpled man, blinded by the lights that he treated himself to, crippled from the nights receiving endless beatings that even a house couldn't endure. Mom was raised skyward, his meager belongings collected on the floor, singing songs to no one about nothing but crime because it means so much. It's these babblings that keep his life going, keep the nickels flowing deep into his thumb. There we both were, framed in awkward silence, and I was in his living room debating his trust. He finally said to me he had one last cigarette to smoke and it was time to give it up. But he laughed and added and said he wasn't sure which to give up, his life or the habit. He said it's my habit to make my fingers wiggle. My chances come, I can't grab them. But it's my life that makes it hard when my opportunities are there for free. I choose to have it slow. I have smiled at heights in my dreams. I've got more bills to pay than I have time, and I'm starting to rip at the seams. I've got a plan, and I know that if I stick to it, I can accomplish happiness. I've got goals to beat my will, and lately it's been hard to accept the challenge. And he said, hey man, it sounds like that's God talking to you, and I don't know why you can't see. You're so blind that you can't swear to make change, because all your focus is on envy, all wrapped up in your own skin, that you can't help, says an old man free. I've been in your shoes before, I've built it yesterday, I've not at all, and my existence has been a blink. For the life of me, I can't remember what I saw. That made so much sense to me, even though I convinced myself that he was totally insane. I've been over and lit a cigarette, owning the mind is no business, because I was just waiting for my train. And he said, man, well, I've been waiting there forever, just dying in my skin. And the only reason you're living life is because you're curious what'll happen in the end. It might be true, but why should I pay my hard-earned attention to vagabond doctrine? If you've got so much knowledge to give, why not treat yourself to what you're offering? You probably have lived a hard life, and I apologize for it. I have my own problems that you couldn't understand, just like a lot of guys now. Here's a couple bucks. Go buy yourself whatever makes you happy, even though I promised myself not to pay for you to make my city look trash. You refuse the money. I sat there singing songs of love and hate. I crammed the change in my pocket, called him a lunatic, but all with my weight. As I stood there hovering near his tiny frame, I could feel his eyes judging me sadly. It's as if he had to convince me that my life was on the wrong track and I needed it badly. And I said, hey, old man, your cigarette's all smoked up. It's time for you to leave. And he looked at the trail of ash in his shirt and smiled as if it gave him some sort of relief. He propped himself up, collected his life, and got prepared to come home with the night. Before he left, he turned around and wished me luck with all my plans. He said something about learning to walk before I ran. Well, I knew when he was out of my sight, I'd already forgotten his reason. And got to him, my train coming, and home was on my mind, not a stupid meaning. And another traveler was on the platform. For some reason, he was running towards me. All I could see was his eyes, but it's his words that always stick with me. With every breath, he asked if I just spent time with the old man. I nodded in affirmation and tried to calm him so he could tell me why I ran. He told me why I ran. And he said, hey man, that was God talking to you. Could you not see? That was God talking right to your face, trying to hand you the keys. He's right here, and I can't understand when he chose to make him leave. He just died in my arms right outside the station and said you were his only friend. He begged me to tell you about his life, let you see the light, give you a chance again. I cringed at the reality that was facing me. I told the man I had no time for this, and I'm all where I had to be. Right about that time, my train pulled up and I made my escape. I sat in the empty plastic seat, now tight to my space. That was decades ago, and now I sit singing on my own platform. My belongings so tightly in my bags, handing out my sad, sad songs. And I say, it's my habits to make my fingers weak. When my chances come, I can't grab them, but it's my life that makes it hard. When my opportunities are there for free, and choose my habits. I have no responsibilities, and as a result, I no longer need these dreams. I don't have any bills to pay, it's like I'm free, but I'm really in captivity. I don't have any plans, except to just sit here and try and weather the storm. I wish I had goals, but if I had those, then I wouldn't be here warning you on my platform, singing train songs.
Born to broken people on their most honest day of living. Since that first breath, we'll need grace so we've never given. Well, I've been haunted by standard red devils and white ghosts. It's not only when these eyes are closed. These lies are ropes. I tied into my stomach, but they hold this ship together, tossed like leaves in this weather. My dreams are sails that I point towards my true north, stretch thin up on my rib bones and pray that it gets better. But it won't. At least I don't believe it will. So I built a wooden heart inside this iron ship to sail these blood-red seas and find your coast. Don't let these waves wash away your hopes. This warship is sinking, and I still believe in anchors. Pulling fistfuls of rotten wood from my heart, I still believe in saviors. We are all made out of shipwrecks, every single board. Washed and bound like crooked teeth on these rocky shores. Come on, let's wash each other with tears of joy barely living son of woman, a man who barely made it, but we're making it. Take together on borrowed crutches, a new start. We all have the same holes in our hearts. Everything falls apart at the exact same time. It all comes together perfectly for the next step. But my fears is a prison. And I keep black below the main deck. I keep a key under my pillow. It's quiet and it's hidden. And my hopes are weapons that I'm still learning how to use right. They're heavy and I'm awkward. I'm always running out of fight. So I've carved a wooden heart, put it in this sinking ship, hoping it would help me float for just a few more weeks. But I'm all made out of shipwrecks, every twist of me. Lost and found like you and me, all scattered out on the seas. Come on, let's wash each other with tears of joy and tears of grief. And fold our lives like crashing waves and run upon the beach. Come on and sew us together. We're just a tattered rag stained forever. We only have what we remember. My throat still tastes like house fire and salt water. Or this tide like loose skin come on and rock me to sea. If we hold on tight, we'll hold each other together and not just be some fools rushing to die in our sleep. While these machines will rust, I promise, but we'll still be electric, shocking each other back to life. Your hand in mine, my fingers and your veins connected, our bones grown together in time. Our hands entwined, and my fingers and your veins connected, our spines grown stronger inside. I know that our church is all made out of shipwrecks from every hole these rocks and flames. But we pick ourselves up and try and grow better through this change. Come on and let's wash each other with tears of joy and tears of grief. And fold our lives like crashing waves and run upon the beach. Come on and sew us together. Just some tattered rags stained forever. We only have what we remember.
That was Wooden Heart, and that's going to conclude our broadcast. We'll just sign out on Wooden Heart. Peace and God bless to his elect, and we'll catch you later.